I arrived there around 11:20. Last call was at 1:45. My friend wanted to go to the bathroom in the back of the club. We went in there, and I was in the stall with her in the stall. Well, she did what she did, and then we were hearing popping sounds, and then we heard it again, like 5 seconds later. And
You knew it wasn't the music.
my friend told me that's the music, but it just was changing up in sound, getting louder. So he was working his way toward probably the restroom area, and then it got louder. And then me and my friend we laid ourselves on the toilet bowl to prop up our feet and our heads, so if he does come in, doesn't see legs underneath there and start shooting through the stall. But there was people he heard, knew that was in the back, and other people ran into the back, so he must have followed them, and they ended up in the back stall. There's 2 stalls there. And he started shooting, and people were screaming. And then he stopped, and then he went back out, and he was shooting out there just as well. Then he came back in, and then he heard them on the, talking probably to the police department or texting. And he asked them, please do not text. And so they stopped, but then somebody started the texting back up again. And he said, didn't I say don't text? Give me all your phones. Who's in here? Are you guys black? And a couple of them said, yeah. He said that I don't have an issue with the blacks. So it looked like his purpose was to shoot white, presumably. So he did not bother them, did not try to finish the job of shooting in that stall. And then he got on the phone, I don't know if it was with the news or the police department, telling them that America needs to stop bombing ISIS in
So he
Syria.
was calling people on the phone.
Yeah, he called somebody on the phone.
And he was telling them stop bombing ISIS.
Stop bombing ISIS in Syria. So then after he had finished with that, he got mad, he hung up, because they were asking him, he got just mad. And then he called somebody else that he knew, and he mentioned that he was the 4th shooter, and there was 3 others, and he mentioned, I believe, a female name, and that was playing dead, or because he's saying that she has a bombing vest, and he has one too. And then he said there were 3 snipers out there waiting for cops to come, so the snipers would shoot at the cops.
So this whole time, what were you doing? I mean, you must have heard all this gunfire.
Yeah. I stood quiet. I said, I don't think he knew we were there until he came back in and shot again, and one black boy came crawling underneath the stall, grasping our legs and having me and my friend to drop to the floor. And then he stopped, and I just played dead. Did not move my body back. My body was between the wall of the stall and the toilet wedge, and he would go wash his hands and use the blower, and I felt something poke the back of my pocket.
You think he was poking you?
Yeah, it was like one quick touch or poke. I don't know if it was I didn't know what he had to use as a weapon, but he probably was thinking of, I'm dead. And I was uncomfortably wedged between my shoulders up against the back wall, my forehead up against the toilet bowl, stiff there for 3 hours, uncomfortable.
So you played dead for 3 hours
yes,
straight?
and my friend followed the role, quiet, acted we were dead.
And you believe that's what saved your life?
Yes, he did not try to kick the door or shoot the door open. When he took the phone away from everybody, then all of a sudden my friends are worried about me, start calling me, and my phone started ringing. It was ringing through the Facebook Messenger and then the regular phone, and he heard it, and I was afraid that it's like being ratted out, that's somebody's phone. But he probably figured if I was dead, I wasn't going to answer the phone because it kept ringing every 5 minutes, ringing and ringing. He did not make an effort to, he figured the person must be dead in there, so he's not going to answer the phone. And then, everything was quiet inside, and I heard the cops screaming, get down, get down. It looked like they were getting closer. I don't know if they pulled people from the other side of the club there out. He was busy fixing his rifle, or I don't know what he had, but he was busy fixing. I heard shells drop, shells dropping on the floor, and he was happy that he got it fixed. And he said, "Oh, I got plenty of bullets."
He said, "I've got plenty of
of extra bullets," and that was it. And then when cops were getting closer and whatnot, he he started shooting in the stall, and I don't know if he was killing the ones in the back stall, and we were hearing all that, and then the cops was like, screaming, the cops, and then there was an explosion. First we heard a couple of explosions in the beginning. We thought whoever he talked about that had a vest, I thought other bombs were going off on the other side of the club. And since he was the fourth shooter, I was thinking he's going to be the last one to set off his vest, if he had a vest. I didn't see it. If he had a vest, he was going to set that off, and I thought my life was going to end there.
Thought your life was
and
gonna
I didn't
end
know
there.
if the cops came in, shoot him, and hit his vest, and not knowing he has a vest. Because I had text out, that we're in the Adonis section of the bathroom, let the cops know that we're here. So the cops already had him planned to figure that we were the last ones to get out. And with the explosion and everything else, and then there was another second explosion, it was another second explosion, and the cops bust a hole in the wall.
What did you see when you walked through that club?
No, I did not. They took me out of the hole in the wall.
Did you lose friends?
Yes, I did. I'm well known, and I pretty much know 75% of the club, of the patrons there.
So everyone who died, you know.
Today's been a rush. I saw some names, I just haven't confirmed to see, no, but I already heard officially, some of my friends told me here tonight, names of certain friends that I knew that did pass away.
And you have your tags here from the hospital?
Yes.
You're injured?
Yes, I'm injured. It was the neck because I was so pinched for 3 hours that they did a CAT scan and x-rays in my shoulders, and then, they threw me out the wall. They just threw me out. And I landed, and I must have hit my shoulder and scraped. I had bruises and whatnot.
But because you played dead,
Yeah.
you were not shot.
Right.
What's that like, thinking about that right now?
I was just happy. Yeah. I mean, I have experience in law enforcement and security, and I just know what's the right thing to do. It's just like with a bear, play dead, and the bear will not mess with you.
To your friends
So-
who have lost their
Right.
lives,
So-
what do you say?
May God be with them. God bless their soul. It's hard. Every gunshot I heard, I was hoping it wouldn't hit any of my friends, but you can't prevent it. It was just constant pop, 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 like it was a fast shooting.